Rising up in this era of reconciliation, a small but mighty protest faces Parliament Hill, blocking the entrance to a building that's supposed to house the first parliamentary office space for Indigenous peoples, but has become a point of contention.
This is intended to be a step towards reconciliation. Well, if you're going to reconcile, you've got to start reconciling with the rights and title holders.
We are no longer the invisible nation.
The Algonquin Anishinaabe nations say it wasn't consulted on plans for the site, even though it is their unceded land. A resolution was reached only after the Grand Chief held a 41-hour hunger and hydration strike.
The Prime Minister has been very clear that the most important relationship to him is the relationship with Indigenous peoples. Well, I mean, it's going on 4 years that they've been in power and nothing's really changed.
There's a little bit of buyer's remorse that's seeping into the attitudes of Indigenous peoples.
A pre-election poll conducted by CBC News suggests that view is widespread among First Nations, Inuit, and Métis. It found 2/3 do not feel respected by government and are abandoning support for the Liberal Party in droves.
We've heard the word reconciliation repeated numerous times, almost ad nauseum, but we've seen gestures and actions that resemble past governments.
The Trudeau government has overhauled child welfare, conducted a national inquiry into missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, and invested billions in on-reserve infrastructure. Still, the purchase of the Trans Mountain pipeline and the loss of his only female Indigenous cabinet minister haunt him.
I think that the options that are made available to Indigenous peoples when it comes to voting are bad and worse.
In fact, when asked which leader should be Prime Minister, 1/3 of respondents said none. Olivia Stefanovich, CBC News, Ottawa.